Ahoy sailors, and welcome back to the NXT Back to the Future podcast, episode 51. My name is David Simmons, and I am joined as ever by a man who is monstrous like BC. It's Mr. Adam Howells.
Oh, don't describe me like that. Monstrous like BC.
Brodus Clay is one of the greatest Donald Trump supporting wrestlers of the 21st century.
You keep sending me these things. I've not watched any of them yet. I need to. I get these references.
It's just a fucking goon, mate. He's taking the NWA TV title onto fucking Fox News.
Did he?
Yeah.
Taking an indie, title
multiple times, yeah. I'd be like, no!
No bro wants to be associated with him anyway.
Well, apart from the NWA.
I must have my own indie moment today, fucking painting the stairs and landing.
Please don't die.
Exactly.
2 ladders in your house, mate.
It weren't 2 ladders this time. It was probably more sketchy than that last time.
Stairway to Hell match.
I could have gone down the stairway, I'm not going to lie.
Well, I'm glad you survived. Just before we begin, just a quick note. If possible, could you leave us a review? We normally put this at the end, but I thought maybe going forward we'll put it at the beginning. It just really helps us, and we'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on the podcast. You can do that, tag us on Facebook, tell us what you think, tweet us, tell us what you think, and if you really, really can spare the time, leave us a little review on iTunes. Just let us know what's going on.
Wow, you've really mixed it up this week.
I have really mixed it up.
Cat is amongst the pigeons.
Can I say? Don't call it a comeback. It's May the 15th, 2014, episode 98 of TV, Full Sail University. Out first are the Ascension. Commentary talk them up, and they're facing 2 new debuting superstars, Buddy Murphy and Elias Sampson. Adam, why don't you tell us something about Buddy Murphy and Elias Sampson?
I'll be honest, whenever I watch an Ascension match, I always label it the Ascension versus some jobbers, because I can never be bothered to actually take notes.
Who they are.
Yeah, take notes of the names, because let's be honest, most of them are nobodies. However, these 2, when I put some jobbers, I looked at them and I was like, I recognise these 2. And then I saw obviously Buddy Murphy has...
He looks slightly fat, but he's still wearing the same gear.
Yeah,
he's got a chubby face.
Yeah, he's not the shredded wheat man.
He's not 205
used
Murphy.
To see. No, definitely not. Not that we used to see in anyway. So yeah, Elias Sampson.
Elias Sampson is average guitar playing heel Elias.
No. I know that. Just the fact that he had a last name.
Oh,
I don't know why I'm surprised, because not many last names survive once they got to the main roster.
Of course. So yeah, Buddy Murphy is Murphy, former WWE best kept secret and a genuine superstar in waiting to this day. And Elias is Elias, average guitar playing heel. Ascension dominate Murphy, who gets absolutely smashed. Sampson's knocked off the apron. Fall of Man 3. The Yar chants are over, baby, and these 2 are finished.
Wasn't any different really to any other match that we've seen.
No, not really.
Probably even quicker than usual, this one.
I know.
It felt it anyway.
Regal says he wants them to face some legitimate opponents. While they bring up that they did beat former WWE Tag Team Champions Too Cool back at Arrival, Regal says that's like being an albino and moving to Miami. It means nothing.
I mean, he's not wrong at this point. They need to start facing credible people. These squash matches are brilliant and they're fun, but there's only so far you can get with them.
Problem is, you've been champions for 260 days and you've had no proper match against anyone.
No.
It would be like having, I don't know, Braun Strowman as a champion and then only facing jobbers as a world champion. You can't create a tag team like that. Connor grabs a mic and he says they've laid waste to every team in the NXT universe, and Victor says they want something new. Kalisto and El Local come out. Local says that they've not beaten them, and he challenges them and says they better get used to the lucha chants. Catch them if they can.
Interesting. They've had 1 week, and now they're pretty much said, we want to give you a match, and okay, so from nowhere they're number 1 contenders.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
I've just got massive issues with the whole idea of doing it this
way. They haven't got any tag teams though, have they? So that's what it comes down to.
This is just the poor planning on their part. While letting the Ascension batter the piss out of as many jobbers as possible.
Which is fun.
Which is fun to watch. I have no problem with that. They should have built up another team at the same time. Or built up a couple of teams. Even if they had a couple of teams that were in a feud. Maybe a 3 to 4 week feud where they just sort of having good matches, and then like the overall winner of that could have then faced. You could have done something like that.
Yeah.
But no, they've decided we're just going to have them, beat everyone and not have anyone credible. Whether they thought they were going to sign the what was the team they faced that were from Ring of Honor?
Oh, the American Wolves.
Yeah, whether they thought they were going to sign the American Wolves and start something with them, and that sort of went awry, so it put them off signing anyone.
It's a strange one because actually, you're looking at the tag division. I mean, why didn't they just have a tournament? They love having tournaments.
But then no one would know anyone. That's your problem.
Yeah, but no one really knew Oliver Gray and Neville before they won the tournament.
I think it's slightly different because it was the very start of this version of NXT. You can sort of get away with doing that for the very first ones, but I don't think you can continually do that.
Yeah, but you can't build Rome in a day. You can't build every division in one go. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, true.
Every division needs its own shine and focus, and maybe But then again, you've got to have a new woman, so again, that always throws spanners in the work.
Hello, Veronica.
Hi, Sami.
How do you do?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Very good, and welcome to NXT.
Thank you. Sami, tonight you have the opportunity to become the #1 contender if you defeat Tyson Kidd and Tyler Breeze. How do you like your chances?
Well, Veronica, I know you're pretty new here, yes? People who've been watching, people who know me, know that I have a tendency to kind of obsess over these things. Earlier this year, I was obsessed with getting Cesaro's respect, and I couldn't let that go until I got it. Last year, I became obsessed with getting that NXT title off Bo Dallas, and I make no excuses. I came up short. This is a chance to redeem myself. This is a chance to get that NXT championship. Now, it's starting to become a little bit of an obsession. Now I get a chance to get one step closer to that, and I'm not taking it lightly. I know Tyson Kidd right now is at the top of his game. I know, Tyler Breeze seems more focused than ever. But tonight, as a chance to get one step closer to that championship, I'm going to take it. Thank you.
It's a simple but effective promo by Sami, who's fired up for tonight. It's a good way to just really enhance the triple threat match later and the stakes involved.
Pretty much, does what it says on the tin. Who's the one interviewing? Was it Verona?
Was it Devon?
No, it wasn't Devon this time. It was someone else.
Oh no, it's the new woman, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know her. She's new.
The name I caught was either Ronda or Verona. I can't remember which one it is.
Maybe a Verona.
I thought it was.
Sounds like a weird WWE-esque name. Next up, it's Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte, and on paper, Alexa seems way over her head here.
Yeah, just a little bit. But before that, we get told that Tyler Breeze has entered the building.
As we should do.
Always.
Both women are out, and I love Charlotte's theme music. I regret nothing. I will enjoy it whilst I can. As it gets replaced for the little disco remix. So
this is the first time I've ever heard you say you like anything of Charlotte's.
I know, exactly.
She's had a rough, not week this week, but apparently her and Andrade have split up.
Probably got sick of her shit.
Normal service has resumed.
Sick of her shit. Alexa is incredibly green, and she rather than like having a match, she's just going sequence to plan sequence.
You can tell there's a lot of planning involved in this match.
I know, I felt a bit bad for her, but actually it puts Charlotte in a bit of a tricky predicament as well, because she ends up having to lead a match.
Yeah, when she's probably not...
And she's inexperienced.
Yeah, she's probably not ready for it at the moment.
Yeah. Charlotte works over her, and she does put her in a brutal abdominal stretch, where she absolutely just, elbows her head around. Bliss counters into a pin, but it's a quick kick out. Sasha likes what she sees at ringside, as Charlotte dumps Alexa into the Tree of Woe. Cue Sam losing his marbles.
He fucking hates the Tree of Woe. 2
count for Charlotte, backbreaker, and she thrashes her head up and down again. It's rough and tough by Charlotte, who has turned it up another notch this week.
Yeah, she definitely looks like a more rounded competitor now. It's actually...
I told you, she makes ridiculous strides.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, she does make crazy strides. Alexa does show great heart in this, but she catches another backbreaker. The crowd chants boring, but just as they begin to chant that, the natural selections hit for a 3, which has apparently been renamed Bow Down to the Queen.
Yeah, what is Tom doing there?
Which is far too much of a mouthful, because by the time the 3 count's actually done, you've only just said the name of the move.
Yeah, the natural selection flows a little bit more.
Exactly. Although natural selection does have a touch of the Nazi about it.
I think we should stray away from that topic, to be honest.
They pop over to the announce desk, and announce desk confirm Charlotte is in the finals, where she will face either Natalya or fellow BFF Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks?
Sasha Banks.
Oh, gorgeous. Hello, NXT Universe. It's the King of Cuteville, the sire of selfies, and soon-to-be #1 contender for the NXT Championship, Tyler Breeze. Let's talk championship material, shall we? To be a champion, you need to be determined, willing to do whatever it takes to win. But more importantly, you need to be gorgeous. Tyson Kidd? Sami Zayn, boring much? First off, you guys are both Canadian. And it's scientifically proven that Canadians lack the proper DNA to be super good looking. It's a country full of Michael Sarahs. But secondly, you two are all about respect, aren't you? And when you have respect, you will draw the line at how far you will go to win. Me, on the other hand, I don't have that problem. I'll do whatever it takes to get what I want. All's fair in love and triple threats. Prince Pretty, out.
Promo's fine, nothing groundbreaking again. Adam, what is hype? We're about to find out because the hype man himself is here, Mojo Rawley. And I don't know if you saw this, but he was absolutely terrifying some young innocent children at ringside.
My first note on these two is I have zero fucking interest in this feud.
This is how I feel later about Camacho and Adam Rose.
Yeah.
Did you see
I didn't see the
Mojo
child.
screaming at the kids?
No, I didn't.
Mate, oh my god,
feel
it's
like
hilarious.
When Mojo now enters a room, all my hype is switched off. And I'm just not interested in watching him.
He's like screaming at these kids. These kids are looking at him like, please leave. And he's just like, ah, 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 at them. And they're like, ah. It's really, I don't know. We'll have to find it after. It is really funny.
I feel like me and you, with any character like this, there is a timeline, and anyone who's listened to this podcast long term probably knows the timeline. It's
basically we're not children.
No. Introduction, we sort of a bit like
tedious.
Yeah, we don't know about it.
Tedious.
Then they step up the obnoxiousness, and then we fucking love them. And then gradually, week after week,
it declines.
It declines.
It declines and it dips.
We're in negative equity at the moment with Mojo Rawley. It's fucking wank.
We are in, yeah, absolutely. That's spot on. We're reminded of the English attack on Mojo as English asks for a spotlight. He says, "We get to see the greatest man we will ever see, the greatest man right here in all of NXT. We see him in the ring, and when we do, we hear him sing. And do you know it's the greatest thing that's ever to be right here in WWE."
It's beautiful.
Beautiful stuff. Standing O from Regal, who says he worries for Aiden tonight, facing Mojo, who charges and sticks him in the corner. Huge crossbody by Mojo, and he traps English in the corner, who backs away and catches a knee to the head and a neck breaker to take control. Multiple elbows and a load of nothing. English does ground Mojo after a DDT and a chin lock. Mojo takes no shit though. He engages the hype and hits splashes, a hip attack, and the hyperdrive for a 3 in quick fashion. This man has had more successful comebacks than D-Generation X.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. He gets the side-to-side bullshit as well that you love so much.
Oh, is American football
American
or pretending to be a crocodile? I'm not too sure.
I'm not sure.
He does the alligator roll.
The hopscotch. It's one of them.
Very poor. Very poor.
I don't think it's English's fault though.
No.
I think English is fine in this. He hits enough moves in there and he has enough intensity.
Oh yeah, he doesn't do anything
to pass for
overly.
like a mid-card like feud anyway. As we said like a few weeks ago, him and Big Cass having a feud where they have like a big blow-off match would have been fine.
Yeah.
To Takeover.
Yeah.
They didn't need to get rid of that.
No.
Because Big Cass is going to be doing nothing for Takeover.
Yeah.
So they could have done something in the Battle Royal.
They could have just
to
set
sort
up
of
anything.
set it up.
Just put Big Cass on TV, I think, at this
Yeah,
point. And
exactly.
when Enzo comes back, it should go strength to strength.
Exactly, but they haven't done that. They've decided they want Mojo in as many squash matches as they can fit him in.
Mate, he should face the Ascension 2-on-1. I wonder what'd happen.
Ooh. That's the dream match, that is now.
Imagine.
That's the dream, baby.
Backstage, it's a good promo from Tyson Kidd, who notes everyone making waves on the main roster is from NXT, so he's back to work hard, lead this new school, and become champion. Simple, effective again. That is all that needs to be said.
Yeah, don't need to do anything more.
In the ring, Urkel, aka Angelo Dawkins, is doing some amazing comedy dancing before Big Cass comes out to a large ovation. He spells out SAWFT, soft, and proceeds to beat down poor old Dorks. We hear from Byron as well. Dawkins has 3 collegiate titles but needs time to grow, and I think that is a very, very fair statement.
Yeah, he definitely needs time to develop in ring and get confidence.
If this was NXT 2.0, though, he'd be in War Games tomorrow.
Yeah, he probably would.
Dressed as Urkel.
I won't be surprised. Would not be surprised. The amount of people they've chucked into that match. I know they're doing new school v old school, but these people, some of them have only been on TV fucking 6 weeks.
Breaker's only just turned 24 last month. He's very young.
Yeah, but he's very good.
Oh, he is.
He's very good for his age.
He is. He's still young.
Yeah.
Out comes CJ Parker, who has a sign with NXT, which stands for No Extra Toxins. He's imploring the world to be better to Mother Earth, but Regal asks if it would be unprofessional if he chins him.
Regal back to his very best here. I'd love to see that.
Huge back elbow by Cass, who scores a 2 count and Dawkins hangs in. Jumping elbow by Cass, but again, only for a 2. Dawkins hits a nice reverse elbow, punches, and a sweet drop kick, but Cass counters with a huge Harley Race-like high knee. He beheads him with a big kick and follows up with the East River Crossing, which is a spinning sit-outside walk slam. God, it's like Bow Down to the Queen all over again.
Oh no, it is. I do think this was a mouthful. Why do they change finishers?
What do you mean?
Names of finishers. To
make it personal to the person, I suppose. So obviously they call it the Stone Cold Stunner. That's probably not the best example. Well, we'll go with it. The Tombstone. The Stone Cold Stunner is the Stone Cold Stunner, so that I suppose Austin can lay claim to it. Because if everyone's sort of doing the Stunner, I mean, I suppose as well at the time, if you've got a rival company and someone starts using the same finishing move as your other top guy, it makes it look weak. I suppose everyone will sort of go, well, that's Blah's move.
This is his version of it.
Yeah.
I just mean more alluding to the fact that, say, with Corey Graves, it was was it the 13th step? And then they changed it to Lucky 13.
Well, the 13th step makes him sound like he's a recovering alcoholic.
Whereas Lucky 13 is,
makes him sound like he's gambling with tarot cards.
Yeah. Even though it wouldn't surprise me, that character that he played.
Yeah, exactly. I think it makes a lot more sense. The East River Crossing, I believe, is the crossing between Manhattan and New Jersey.
Well, it makes sense because obviously, he is from
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Excuse me, Mr. JBL.
Hello, Bo. How are you?
I'm very good.
Good to see you.
You too. I understand that there's a triple threat match tonight.
It's gonna be huge.
Yeah, and it determines the #1 contender.
Right.
But I have something you have to see.
What are these?
These are letters from all over the world. It's the Believers. And they are demanding that I get another shot at the title. And I told them on my hotline that...
You have a hotline?
Yeah, Bo Dow's hotline. But I told them that just wouldn't be fair. But I'm afraid if nothing's done, that these letters are gonna come pouring into your office as well.
That would be a tragedy. You know what we should do is take these all to CJ Parker and let them recycle them. You need to save the wells, the trees, the things like this. The Amazon, the rainforest, all that stuff is going out in record numbers. It's amazing what's happening to the planet. Bo, I'm not going to give you something you don't deserve. Okay, you had your shot in the Battle Royal. You didn't do it. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. You beat your next opponent, I'll give you a title shot. Fair?
That sounds great. Yeah.
It's actually better than that. I love guys like you that are competitors, that are like riverboat gamblers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you lose, let's put some skin in the game on your side. You leave NXT for good. That's a match with some real steps. You know what I'm saying?
Well, who's my next opponent?
Tell you what, I'll give you 5 guesses. 5. No more than 5. No less than 5. 5.
John Cena?
No, Michael Wall Street. It's not John Cena, no. Big E. You got Big E.
Well, that's great. I'm undefeated against Big E. I defeated him to win the NXT Championship and to go on my run for the longest reigning NXT champion in history. That's fantastic.
Well, this should be a cakewalk for you then. But just remember, if you lose, you go home.
Well, thank you very much. And I'll leave these here so you can read them later. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
I loved this. Bo is so oblivious, he thinks he'll just walk through Big E next week and he'll be fine. And also, the Bo Dallas hotline is utterly fantastic.
Have you rang the Bo Dallas hotline?
I have, and the Bo Dallas hotline again said this week, don't stop Bo leaving, Adam.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
It's an advert for Total Divas and it's Bree's bachelorette party, which will be hell for some, including former alcoholic Eva Marie. Kids out first.
What?
That's what they say.
What?
That's what they say. They're all out. They're all like, woo! They're all partying and they're like, oh my god, girlfriend, you're so good. And they're doing all this fucking, you know.
Oh, is that why they shout no when they give her a drink?
Yeah.
Who's fucking giving her a drink?
I know, and Cameron's like, Eva Marie, no! Like, they call her a full fucking name. Eva Marie, no! And she's like, I'm so tempted to drink. All I want to do is just drink.
Why are they putting her in that situation apart from like cheap tea? Oh, it's WWE. Sorry.
And say no more.
Say no more. This is why we have to review this product, I think, now.
Mate, Total Divas is great. Kids out first before a new seasonal residence klaxon for Tyler Breeze, who's currently residing in Santorini, Greece. Oh, and he's gorgeous.
Someone keeps banging on about wanting to go to Santorini on holiday.
Well, there you go. Tyler Breeze lives there.
I mean, it's the best reason to go now.
If it's good enough to be a seasonal residence for Tyler Breeze, it's good enough for you to go on holiday.
Definitely. I'll go out there for the NXT Back to the Future t-shirt.
Mate, the only places I want to go now are Santorini, Greece, Capo Grande, Brazil.
Milan is the other one, isn't it?
Yes, there is a Italian. I'll look that up. But yeah, I want to go there as well. Don't want to go anywhere else.
Just
anywhere.
anywhere.
I know Tyler Breeze has been there. I can go there.
Anywhere that's good enough for Tyler Breeze.
Exactly. Finally, outlast is the man himself, Canadian sensation Sami Zayn. 3 fantastic wrestlers ready for a dream triple threat is greeted by Yoshitatsu chants. Fuck this lot, man.
Just what's wrong with this crowd?
Fuck this lot.
Are these the same crowd from the Battle Royale by any chance?
Probably.
'Cause we had this last week.
Classic WWE formula with Kid being thrown out quickly and having Breeze and Zayn in the ring. Kid comes back in, but it's a beauty shot on Zayn. He goes for the pin, but Kid splits it up and catches a chin breaker off Breeze. Adam, don't try this at home as we go to commercial. And coming back, Breeze is in with Kid, who attempts a sharpshooter, but Breeze escapes. Suicide dive attempt, but it's countered, and Zayn hits a tope over the top rope and a splash inside on Kid for a close 2. Phenomenal action.
The action is fantastic. Regal obviously, puts over that if he was in this sort of match, he would be playing possum trying to take advantage, and none of these lads have taken that note because they're just fucking going for it. They want to be part of the action. Apparently, we also have a more focused Tyler Breeze this week. As we know, Regal likes to ask where his attire is made from.
Yes.
What his attire is made from.
And Breeze just doesn't play ball?
No, tells him to sod off.
Tells him to fucking sod off. Do
Wow.
you prick.
Exactly.
Yoshitatsu chants again. Fuck this lot. Regal calls Kid, by mistake, Tyson Quid. Did you notice?
No, I didn't notice that.
Blue Thunderbomb on Breeze for a 2. Sammy catches Breeze in an exploder suplex position, but Kid latches on the end and hits a German suplex as Zayn throws Breeze over for an exploder suplex, which gathers "This is awesome" chants. Hold on a minute, guys. I thought we all wanted Yoshitatsu. All 3 men are down as the crowd claps them all back up. Forearm by Kid. Zayn and Kid collide, but it's a sharpshooter attempt that he turns into as Zayn grimaces in pain. Sammy tries to move, but Kid does the moving and he pulls him back to the middle of the ring. Super kick by Breeze for a pin and a very close 2 as all 3 men are down to all 3 guys chants. Breeze clotheslines Kid over the top rope and runs into Zayn, who exploder suplexes him into the corner for a 2 as Sammy grows ever more frustrated at his inability to win. That's a really nice bit of throwback, isn't it, to how he's been previously.
Yeah, just not quite able to finish the job off.
Yeah. Massive shot by Sami on Breeze as he runs the ropes and Breeze pulls him off crotch first and he's down hurt. Kid is on the apron and he kicks Breeze in the head. Kid ascends the ropes but catches a Breeze forearm, but Zayn runs in, hits the haluva kick, but Kid dumps Zayn on the outside and hits an elbow drop for a 3. It's Kid versus Neville headlining the first takeover. Zayn gets to an inch of breaking the pin but doesn't quite make it, and he's absolutely devastated. It's amazing how fast the time goes when the action's good, isn't it, Adam?
Yeah.
And how slow it is when the action's not good.
This felt like a really short match.
Yeah, it was really, really good. They hype up TakeOver's main event as we go off air with a fantastic main event match. So what did you think?
Really liked it. Nothing not to like about this match.
It's a strong match, isn't it, in general?
Yeah.
The character work's good. The pace is excellent. There's nothing really not to enjoy.
I didn't feel like I was clock watching on this thinking, fucking hell, how long has this gone on?
I know.
Like, none of that at all, which I have done on quite a lot of matches in this brand in the past.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really good. There's nothing to moan about. Go back and watch it.
Yeah.
I'd say definitely go back and watch it.
Yeah, I consider it's not the most longest match either. It's not like it goes like 20 plus minutes. It only goes about 13 minutes, but it's still very good for what it is. And I think that, that's the sort of thing that really does help when things aren't overly long. I think when you have like a 20-minute match and it's with 2 people you don't care about, you think, oh my God. But actually, this is 3 guys that I think we're both invested in.
Yeah.
And that certainly makes for good TV.
I mean, that whole being invested in is probably, the most poignant thing out of it. We had, about a year and a half ago, was it like coming up to Christmas, we had Randy Orton came down and he faced, who is the one who won the Money in the Bank and never cashed in?
Baron Corbin.
No, not Baron Corbin. That's funny, that. No, he had like a weird leather, his own custom leather briefcase. He used to be in NXT all the time. He faced Big E.
Damien Sandow.
Damien Sandow. Like, they had like a 20-minute match. And you just,
Orton was doing his best, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's
because no one cared. Well, I said no one
enjoyable,
cared. The crowd cared because it was seeing Randy Orton. Me personally, I didn't care.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit.
And that was a long match, whereas this felt, short, snappy. Spots were great.
Straight to the point.
Exactly.
It's May the 22nd, 2014, episode 99. We're at Full Sail University again. We open with a hype package of Bo Dallas's NXT journey and his huge situational match that could see his NXT career ending tonight. Paige returns and Neville is also in action, which means we've got to roll the fucking credits. Bo's out first with his jazzy new music and Titantron, and just as last week, it's fucking glorious.
Rennie doesn't seem to like him. She describes him as a walking self-help book.
She does say she used to be a Bo Lever, though.
Yeah,
How dare she give up?
I know. Alex Riley also asked Renee if she didn't like Tim Tebow as well.
I know.
Do you know who Tim Tebow is?
He's a Christian American football player, isn't he?
He's an American football player. Now, if I went to read some notes on Tim Tebow just to see if we could draw some comparisons of why maybe he is a bit like Bo Dallas. So, apparently...
Opening paragraph in his Wikipedia. He is a knob.
No, he's an American football player. He's not... He was a quarterback for the Denver Broncos.
Right, okay.
But apparently he's not the ideal quarterback as he can't throw long and doesn't read the field of play very well.
Oh, that
which sounds like
problem.
An awful quarterback anyway.
That sounds like a slight problem, yeah.
He only had he never had a full season as a starter. However, he had like 1 year, which doesn't make sense because a season, a year, whatever, where they won a lot of games by the skin of their teeth.
Right.
And these were led by Tebow. So can you imagine not liking someone who pretty much wins by the skin of their teeth all the time?
That's Bo.
Exactly. Also, the fact he never put impressive stats on the board, apparently. I imagine like yards gained and like touchdowns and blah, 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 blah. Whatever.
I think
stats for American football.
I think Bo would put in great stats.
He would for the wins column, but not for impressive...
Longest smile for miles.
That sort of made up stat, yeah, he would. And a chin that don't quit, apparently, as well. That was a terrible opening promo for him, wasn't it?
4 or 5 of them all had shocking promos, isn't they?
Yeah, Seth Rollins had probably one of the worst ones as well.
Yeah, oh, God, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
We should go back and review that first episode at some point.
Oh, God, really? The inspirational Bo Dallas is here to the lovely sound of screaming women. Alex Riley says he loves Bo Dallas, and it does remind him of Tim Tebow.
My believers, I have always taught you to never give up and to follow your dreams And tonight we get to do both of those together. NXT was built on believing. And as longest reigning NXT champion in history, I humbly accept the title, Mr. NXT.
Oh, brother.
What? When I look into the audience, I don't see fans. I see a family. And I will never give up on you. And I promise from the bottom of my heart, I will never leave you. Don't stop believing.
How can you not respect that man?
What are you talking? First of all, you can't give yourself the name Mr. NXT. Shawn Michaels didn't call himself
He was the
Mr.
longest reigning
WrestleMania.
NXT champion of all time. Of course.
Bo graciously accepts the title of Mr. NXT. No one's offered him it, mind you.
No,
he's just accepted it.
He's just taking it.
Incredible. He calls the audience his family and says he will never give up on them. He promises not to leave. Adam, don't stop. Bo leaving.
I never believed in the first place.
Bit mean. Yeah. Big E has a jazzy new theme. The 5 chants are back out after being dumped on the main roster, and the Magician's entrance is back. Let's go!
What has he done since he's left?
He's nearly won the Intercontinental title. He's lost a lot of his confidence. He's bodyguarded for Dolph Ziggler. That's about it.
Okay.
He's also performed at a WrestleMania.
Didn't he win an Intercontinental title? Or did he nearly? Because he was in a feud with...
He might have been by this point, but after he has an IC title run, he loses all of his confidence.
Okay.
Which is a bit sad. They do a great job of talking up E on commentary, though. He gets 4 strikes on Bo a couple of times, but Bo escapes them all before 5 as they go to the outside. Did you notice that?
Yes, I did.
It's very clever.
Liked it.
Pocahontas chants for Bo. Told you he's popular. Huge chop block by Bo on the outside as he sends E headfirst into the steps 3 times to take total control, and they discuss the brains versus brawn battle. Apparently, the other wrestlers say Bo can win by using his brains, but Renee mentions that E nearly graduated to become a doctor.
Fucking hell.
They go to commercial, and upon return, Bo is in firm control. He announces he will not lose this match, as Alex Riley says that everyone will miss him like crazy if he does. E immediately switches momentum by throwing him into the ropes. He hits the run through though, and then goes for the big ending, but Bo sneaks away and drops E on the back of his head with a reverse DDT. An enormous belly to belly by E, but Bo kicks out at 2, and there's good action here. Running splash into the knees by E. Double arm DDT, but E manages to escape at 2. Bo removes his wrist tape and throws it on the mat in order to distract the referee, and then goes to take the turnbuckle.
Very reminiscent of the title match.
Harps back to the title match last year, which is very clever.
Yes.
But instead of falling for it, E simply throws him into the exposed turnbuckle, hits the big ending for a 3, and Bo Dallas has officially gone from NXT.
Yes! Thank fuck for that. Don't have to talk about this prick again.
Bo is hysterical. He screams no over and over as he lies in the corner, and he begs the crowd not to leave him as we cut away to Paige being up next against Tamina. Adam, was that better than their original NXT title match?
Yes.
Do you reckon so?
100% better.
Bo's a lot better, isn't he, I think?
Yeah, you can tell that he's a lot more polished as a performer.
Yeah.
He knows his character a lot more now.
Yeah.
Doing little things like that in the match. Fantastic finish.
Yeah. He's a lot better than he was.
I've missed Big E pulling the straps down and almost channeling his inner Kurt Angle.
Pulling the straps down is a rite of passage.
Exactly.
If you're gonna wear a singlet.
Have to do it.
During the commercial, they show us Bo being told to Bo leave. Adam, you can put this little bit here because it is fucking marvellous.
each and every one of you to know that spent their money to come see me here tonight. I want you all to know that I strongly dislike every one of you. I don't usually use language like this, but you all should know that you people stink. You all should have just believed. Now leave. You leave. You leave. Leave. Why are you still here? I'm gonna be the bigger man and I'm gonna leave. Because I'm a bigger and better man than all of you.
This is one of the best things I think I've ever seen. The guy leaves in the manner that all heels should.
It's great. The only thing I thought about this, it just went on a bit too long. It's
brilliant.
This was like, it was nearly an hour episode, and this was 20 minutes.
It's brilliant, though. He's been such a big part of NXT that I sort of don't mind. I loved it when he was like, normally I don't use language like this, but I think you all need to know you all stink. I absolutely honestly just thought it was absolutely hilarious. He's so good in this role. And that's the way, like, I think if a heel's going to leave a TV show, he has to leave, like, snivelling and just in disarray, grovelling not to leave. And that's the only way a good heel should leave.
Like, his has come his way.
Yeah,
almost.
He's absolutely... But that I don't know, that leaving of NXT has been booked perfectly. They introduce Alex and Renee as Rich does some intros to commentary and talk about what will happen at TakeOver on the next episode. Backstage, Kid reveals his victory was the reason he came back to NXT. He says he's one step closer to the title and he will obtain it at TakeOver. Sami Zayn is interviewed and he said, "What happened last week stinks." He said Tyson was opportunistic, but one loss won't stop him. Breeze walks onto the set and says he lost and he cries to Devin. What a surprise. Zayn says if anyone should cry, it's Breeze, as he's the one who got pinned. Zayn says if he wants to get pinned by him, then they can do it tonight. Breeze says he's busy getting new phone cases this evening, but he says he will see him at NXT TakeOver. He says it won't be easy to miss, as he will have his arm raised, looking gorgeous.
This is great.
Very, very good.
Fantastic promo from both of them.
And also sets up a brilliant one-on-one match. I'm so excited for this match.
This is going to be one of the better matches on the card.
Oh, this is going to be one of the better matches in probably the first 2 years of takeovers. It's going to be excellent.
Oh, really?
I'm really looking forward to this. Tamina enters for action against NXT's returning hero, Paige. They start off quick as Paige gets huge chance. She forearms the crap out of Tamina and tries to headbutt her, but realises quickly that she's Samoan.
Yeah. I love how they do that with everyone. Also, the ring announcer pronounced Norwich correctly this week.
There you go.
Fucking, it's the first time in
personal
weeks.
Growth.
I know. They finally do it. Someone's obviously had a word backstage. Probably Paige.
Norwich, England.
England.
Tamina goes outside to her, throws her back in and goes to the top, but Paige gets her knees up, rolls her up and pins her for a 3. It's an okay match. Paige shows good resilience as a face champion.
I feel like we've seen this finish with them before.
Yeah.
We've seen an NXT match and it pretty much has a very similar finish to this, where Paige has to roll her up because you're never going to do any of like Paige's power moves on.
Yeah, she's
Tamina.
so big. She's so big, isn't she, compared to...
Yeah, she's compared to Paige. Paige is fucking, dainty in comparison.
Speaking of dainty, that is a good way to describe my patience, as next it's Camacho versus Adam Rose.
Here we go.
I was enjoying this stuff until now. Camacho does batter the piss out of Rose to start with, and I did enjoy it. But Rose then immediately stops selling, sits in the ropes and starts waving his legs.
It's great.
This gimmick sucks.
I'm still at the level where I'm liking it. I'll tell you when it stops becoming fun.
It stopped becoming fun the first time it happened.
Is it just because it's him and you just don't like the fact they've rebooted the character?
It's just fucking boring, isn't it? It's fucking boring. Shit.
Do you not like the Rosebuds?
No.
The entrance isn't too bad here. I've obviously not seen a Raw entrance.
It's exactly the same, and he says it's like majorly different. Is the reason he got released. He's fucking deluded.
Well, maybe it's the fact they've had to fucking reboot him like 3 times.
Exactly.
Maybe an issue. He's someone I'd quite like to have on the podcast as a guest.
Yeah, it'd be nice. You better not listen to it before he comes on. But
I fucking hope. I have been very complimentary. You, sir, have fucked it up if he says no.
Camacho has his shirt ripped and Rose fires in chops, but Camacho takes them all and then throws him into the turnbuckle head first, but he hulks up and fires off rights with a spinebuster. Back elbow in the corner, low kick and a bronco buster. Rose claps to bring the audience into it and tries for the party foul, but Camacho escapes and Rose tries to follow him, but the referee doesn't let him. Camacho is counted out and Rose celebrates. It's an entirely pointless feud and character.
It's okay, mate, because we're going to get more of this.
Great. How many more matches do we need to fucking have?
What, between these two?
Oh,
or just Adam Rose in general?
That doesn't make sense, does it? I don't understand why.
It's a few to nothing.
It is.
It's not going to go. We know they're not going to go anywhere.
Camacho's nearly gone from the company. He's not longed for this world.
Yeah, and the worst thing about all of this is they used fucking Oliver Gray as a stepping stone on this.
Oh,
when Oliver Gray was probably your man to push instead of Camacho.
It is annoying.
It's fucking mad, really, when you look at it.
It is annoying. Very annoying. But yeah, who are we? Banks and Natalya are up next. Early, Natalya and Sasha trade pins before Natty runs over her back and then hits a low drop kick. It's a nice move. Submission by Banks, but a nice butterfly suplex by Natty, who walks into the turnbuckle, takes a bulldog as Banks sells and falls outside. Charlie Horse is mentioned for the second time in this show. It must be word of the week at the PC.
It must be. There's a great bit in this from Renee. She says, in the conversation with Sasha, it's very interesting that she didn't start losing a load of her matches until Charlotte came back from her boob job. Sorry, I mean like a holiday. She had a holiday.
Completely a holiday.
Yeah.
Yes. Complete holiday. I mean, don't get me wrong, I eat so much when I go on holiday I come back with bigger tits. I'm here all week.
For fuck's sake.
I'm here all week. Charlotte throws Sasha back in, who screams at her not to touch her, and Natalya wraps her up in the sharpshooter to set up the tournament finals of Natalya and Charlotte. Could this spell the end for the BFF saddle? We can only hope so.
100%. This is going to be the end. Has to be the end of all.
Fucking hope so. She's literally cost her the bloody match.
She has, and she won't admit that she's cost her the match.
No, because she's a stubborn bitch.
Exactly.
That's why she's also split up with Andrade.
Don't know the reason of why they've actually split up.
He can do better, can't he? He's a big...
Well, apparently it was her splitting up with him.
Big Spanish sex god. They run down the card for TakeOver. Which match excites you the most?
I think it's Adam Rose v Camacho. I can't wait to see that match. It's going to be the best match. Dave, your face. No, it's not going to be that match. Probably Zayn and Breeze.
I'm looking forward
over Neville and Kid.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah.
Zayn and Breeze has to be number one. It's good. It's going to be so good.
I'm not saying Neville and Kid isn't going to be a good match, but I just feel like
Breeze and Zayn's going to be so strong. I feel like.
Yeah. Where do you place that though on the card? Actually, don't tell me where they place it. For me, that should be probably in the middle.
Yeah,
middle of your cards.
It could open.
What have we got? I reckon you're going to have...
Do you want me to tell you the full card?
Tell me the card. Don't give me the order, because I'll try and guess the order I feel like they should put it in.
Okay. Yeah, it's only 5 matches, yeah.
Well, that's what we have, that is the typical TakeOver formula. So for most of the time I was watching the later ones anyway.
It is Adam Rose versus Camacho.
What, first?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't tell me. I was trying to guess the order.
Okay, I'll tell you the random order.
Okay, tell me in a random order.
It's Kid versus Neville.
That's the main event. That's a given.
It's Zayn versus Breeze.
That should go in the middle.
Charlotte versus Natalya.
That should be second to last.
And then obviously the Ascension and El Local and Kalisto.
For me, that should have opened. For me, it should be...
And then Rose and Camacho.
Yeah. Tag team match first. Open with a decent match, the big moment. then you have your shit, like probably your worst match on the card next, like second, so that it's not the last thing you remember, and then sort of get gradually stronger. I don't think you can have Breeze and Sami as like your second to last match, because I think that's going to be such a good match. You need like a match as like a breather, and your Charlotte versus Natalya would give you the ample opportunity for that.
See, the thing
it's going to be nothing like that, by the way. When I watch it, it'll be something completely fucking different.
The thing I think,
you're yawning a lot today, Dave.
I know. The thing I think is the biggest problem for takeovers going forward is after the initial few, there's no good place to have a break. On the actual main roster pay-per-views, they always put the women before the main event so everyone can go to the toilet. Which sounds harsh, but it's true.
That's awful, that is.
Which sounds harsh, but it's true. That's what they're there for, to have like a quick 3-minute match so everyone can go get more popcorn. And actually, that's probably one of the most important matches on the show, because it does give people a chance to decompress and build themselves back up. Whereas TakeOver isn't like that, especially the middle set of takeovers that are really, really good. They're just like bang, 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 and by the time you're done, you sort of like, whew, by the main event, it's too much.
Yeah.
Which is why I think Bobby Roode's the perfect main eventer, because he never does anything that interesting.
So you could like rest towards the end.
Yeah. Yeah. By the time the main event's around, you're not that fussed anyway. So yeah, I mean that could be a short term and a long term issue, really, for takeovers.
We'll see that going forward, see how it watches.
Yeah. Neville is in action before takeover, and he's facing Kurt Hawkins, who returns after a short while out. Neville is extremely confident coming out as he grounds Hawkins, but Hawkins does club him in the back of the head with a nice clothesline to take control. Neville fires back up with a running kick to the head, a missile dropkick, running corner uppercut, and ascends the ropes for a red arrow and a 3. Quick win that works well to establish Neville as a top guy in the promotion, a role which Kurt Hawkins is perfect for.
Yeah, Alex Riley tries to sell us the fact that Kurt, as a competitor, this is the best version he's ever seen of him. This was like mid-match, and it's like, mate, we know where this is fucking going.
He's going to lose in 3 minutes.
Exactly.
Don't start casting out accusations he's the best he's ever been.
Exactly.
Kid comes out after the match, and this is the first time they've been face-to-face. He does have a mic in hand.
Congratulations, Neville. I'm not out here to cause any trouble. I'm out here to let you know from my own mouth that on May 29th at NXT Takeover, this title is mine. You face some incredible competition here at NXT, but let me hit you with some facts. I have been on Raw. Fact! I have been on SmackDown. Fact! I'm a former WWE Tag Team Champion. Fact! And I'm one of the very few people breathing that has had a WrestleMania moment in front of 75,000 people. Fact! I want that feeling back. And NXT and that title are my launching pad to getting it.
Tyson, first of all, I want to say that I've been watching you for a long time, and I respect you. However, if you think you're going to use NXT as a springboard to future your career at my expense, well, you've got another thing coming. You see, NXT, we are the future, which means I am the future. And this is my ring! So at TakeOver, Tyson, May 29th, I think the only member of your family taking home the gold, as per usual, will be your wife.
Oh.
What did you think about that?
It's a tough one to do, isn't it? Because they're both faces.
It's a tough one to do because they're both faces. It's extremely tough to do because they've got a lot of, I don't know, there's no reason really for them to be feuding apart from the fact he's won a tournament.
And they're fighting over the title. That's pretty much the only reason they're feuding.
Yeah, exactly. And it's tough. And obviously, I think Neville's going to be your number one face in the company, so that's going to leave Kid...
Yeah, out in the cold.
Turning heel, basically.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how that happens or why that happens. And what sort of Kid does going forward, because he is very good.
He's excellent, mate.
I loved the line Cesaro was like, the only person in your family that's going to be leaving with gold is going to be your wife.
Yeah, I loved it.
But that was very
the
good.
only bit of heat they had between the two of them was that I respect you. It's like, I also respect you. What's the fucking point of this then?
Yeah. It's a tough one.
He lists loads of facts.
Yes, the fact does become a thing going forward.
Does it?
Yes. Especially in the tag team with Cesaro. He and Cesaro would often do fact.
We obviously won't see that on this programme. Yeah, we'll see it in the big 4 pay-per-views when we review.
Yes, they are there in prominence. Not Providence, that's in Rhode Island. Prominence. But, yeah, actually, that caps us off.
Nice.
World's shortest episode, that is.
Fucking hell, that is short, isn't it?
Look, it's got 6 promos in it. How long is it? 40 minutes?
45 minutes.
It's got 6 promos in it, though.
Yeah, true.
Who's your star of the tapings?
I don't know. Fucking who is my star of the taping? Dave, if you've got one, you want to go first?
I've caught you out.
You have, because as much as, you know...
He's here. It's his last time here.
No, fuck off.
And he was El Splendido.
Oh, fuck off.
2 fantastic promos. He left in the right way. And he delivered a bloody good match to go with it. And in honour of the Bo Dallas hotline, officially going out of business, I'm going to give it to Bo. Adam, don't stop Bo leaving.
Fair enough. I finally found my one. You're going to hate me.
You're a knob.
Go on.
It's Adam Rose, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Good.
Not at all. Charlotte again this week. It's 2 weeks in a row I think I've given it to Charlotte.
Yeah, she's done some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, she had to lead a match. It was, you know, a good match. And then her promo work she did in between matches was good. And then obviously throwing Sasha to the wolves and really selling that moment as well.
Yeah. No, agreed.
Yeah, I mean, I could have easily... No, I didn't give it to Charlotte last week. It was, fucking, what's his name? He was in the main event. Tyson Kidd. Gave it to last week, but, you know, this week it's Charlotte, so there we are.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting for Charlotte going forward.
Yeah, she's getting, like, going from strength to strength.
Exactly, yeah. She's doing quite well. So, yeah, you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/NXTBTTF, at Twitter, at NXTBTTF. Our individual handles are in the bio if you'd like to follow us. Adam, where else can you find us?
Facebook. Meet us on the Facebook. Short A.
Done Facebook.
You've done Facebook?
Done Facebook, done Twitter.
You usually give me one on Facebook or Twitter.
YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, so you may maintain us back here with another superficial.
Fuck's sake. TikTok. We're on TikTok.
We are on TikTok. NXT BTTF.
YouTube as well.
Yeah, type in NXT Back to the Future podcast.
There are a few videos on there.
There are a few videos on there, and there's 4 episodes if you want to listen to us on YouTube.
Yeah, not the first ones, but we'll get them on there eventually.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say, this TV show's getting better, and because there's less problems, the episodes might get a bit shorter as well.
Yeah, because we're not moaning like little bitches about everything.
I don't like Bo Dallas.
I don't like Mojo Rawley.
Oh, I definitely don't.
No.
But yeah, you can join us next week. No hype needed. It's the first NXT Takeover. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I can't wait. I've never watched it, so it'll be interesting to see how, you know, what the show's like.
Yeah, it's a pretty legendary show, isn't it, in terms of the podcast? So, yeah, it'd be great.
Historic, you could say.
Historic, absolutely. Absolutely. Historic it is. And then, obviously, the week after next, we go back to WCW, Bash at the Beach 1996, which is also going to be really exciting. So we're going to go back all the way after NXT. The week after, we're going to go back to the Great American Bash 1996, which is going to be really good fun. And, yeah, going to be fun, isn't it? Going back 25 years.
Well, I've already watched an hour of it, so in preparation.
Exactly. So, all that and more, but for me, Dave,
and me, Adam,
we are out of here. Adam, let's go and enjoy the rest of our Sunday, shall we?
Bye.